Hey everybody. As always, give me just a quick second to get set up over here, refresh my page, get these comments going. And whenever you're here, please say hello in the chat. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you watched March Madness. Were you happy with what happened? Tell me everything while I get my act together over here. All right, I think that we are good to go. Hopefully that notification goes out pretty quickly and we can get started. Yeah, make sure you say hello in the chat so I know you're here. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, I know. We kind of accidentally got on a bit of a every other week schedule. That was not intentional, but here we are. So back in action. DMS is here, CJ is here, Adrian is here, John, Jeff, hey everybody. Chris and Howard, Belty Cat, hello. Let me know what the weather's like where you are. That's kind of our tradition these days. From Manteca, California. I bet the weather's a little nicer out there. 50 and rainy here today. Such a bummer. Made me not want to leave the apartment. Norm says, partly sunny, 74 in Mississippi. Oh, beautiful. Windy North Texas, 58 in Washington. It's supposed to be 70 tomorrow. Nice. We have another rainy day tomorrow. Yeah, oh, speaking of weather, great segue. Thank you, John. The Weather Channel is now streaming on YouTube TV. They added 5 new channels today. Took me a second. The Weather Channel and G4 are the 2 big ones. Then there are a few others from Allen Media Group. So great news for YouTube subscribers. Let me grab that post for you real quick, and I will put this in the chat in case you missed it today. So the channels are Weather Channel, Justice Central, Comedy TV, and Recipe TV, along with the G4 channel. Good stuff. Love to see it. Love some extra channels. Hey everybody, just now getting notifications. Cool, well, welcome. I hate to say it too, but I think we're going to have to cut this one a little short. I actually have to run a little early tonight, but we'll hang out for now and answer some cord cutting questions. So if you have any questions or if there's any news that you would like to talk about, let me know in the chat. Rainy in Kent, Ohio. Yeah, you're just a little south of me. I'm up in Cleveland. DMS says none of those channels are worth paying for, so the prices better not go up. I don't think they will. I don't think YouTube is planning a price hike just yet, but probably worth mentioning that we tend to see price hikes in the summertime, and YouTube TV right now is priced just under most of its competitors. So we've got Hulu, DirecTV Stream, and Fubo all at around $70 to start. So it could happen, probably will happen sooner or later, so be on the lookout for that, but we have not heard anything yet, so we're not getting worried just yet, but kind of be on the lookout. Probably this summer we might see something. All right, Sydney says, ready for baseball season tomorrow. Yeah, same here. I am very excited. The Guardians, maybe not going to be the best team this season, but that's okay. We're going to opening day anyway. And we just updated a bunch of our how to watch pages for baseball teams. So if you are curious about what channels or what services to check out, look for your team's page. John was born ready for baseball season. I love baseball season. I just think like the weather's always so nice and, well, not always in Cleveland, but I always have a lot of fun going to baseball games. All right, Eddie is ready for the World Cup. Yeah, same. I just started getting into soccer this year, so very excited. I would love to know what team you're cheering for. Is it just World Cup that you like watching? Are you into Premier League? Tell me who your team is. Yeah, I saw that the Guardians did sign a player extension today. Very exciting. Hopefully that works out for us. It's just a sad day in Cleveland when we start talking about baseball because it's just been a little bit of a mess. Eddie is cheering for Mexico and USA. Yeah, cheering for the US over here too. But one of my favorite players from my favorite team, Chelsea, Christian Pulisic is playing for the US team, so I will be cheering for him. Oh, DMS, yeah. DMS wants to know what all of you are thinking about these new Plex features. Let me see if I can find that post too. You guys know I'm terrible at multitasking and trying to talk while I look for these things, but it was just recent. So let me see if I can find it for you. Here we go. Come on, internet, you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Okay. I will stick this one in the chat, but for those of you who missed it, Plex launched 2 new features this week. Yeah, just yesterday. A Discover tool and a watch list tool. So with Discover, you can go to the Plex website, type in a title of any TV show or movie, and it will show you where it's streaming across the internet. So free services, paid services, everything. And also, it will let you launch that service directly from Plex, so you don't have to close out of apps and open new apps. You can just find the one that you want to open, click on it, and it'll take you right there. You can also sign up for an account where you can show them which services you are subscribed to, so it can kind of set your preferences for you. And if a show or a movie is not currently available to stream, you can still put it on your watch list, and then you can come back to that at any time and see if it has become available on streaming. So pretty cool. I'm excited about those new features. So let me know if you are too. Let me know if you're going to be using those. I think it's a great idea. I think it makes it very easy to find everything you're looking for. I don't think you need the paid Plex to use this. I'm almost positive that you can do it with the free Plex account. Yeah, if you head over to the Plex website, hang on, let me check on this for you. Let's see, what's a good movie? Let's just say Red Notice, because that's one that I started watching last night. If you type it in up there, it will show you where it's streaming, and of course now I can't get anything to work the way I want it to. If you go to watch.plex.tv, let me see if I can make this. Oh, goodness gracious, of course it's not going to work for me now. Come on. All right. I won't make you sit here and wait while I try to figure this out. But yeah, you can go over to the Plex website. There's a link right in that post that you can click on, and that's where you can search for your titles. Is Disney Plus going anywhere? No, it is not. I would say, if anything, there is a chance that they will slow down Hulu. I know a lot of us have been talking about this lately. It seems like they're putting less content on Hulu, and Hulu is losing a ton of content. There is, just because of licensing deals and things, there are a bunch of titles that are not available on Hulu anymore, and it seems like Disney is really focusing on Disney Plus, focusing less on Hulu. So I would not worry about Disney Plus going anywhere, but potentially Hulu kind of winding down a little bit. Yeah, a good point from NYC too. You'll notice that I did not respond to that particular part of that comment, but this is a politic-free zone, so we will take those opinions somewhere else. This is not the time or the place for it. Thank you. Nicholas says Hulu has ads and you have to pay. That is true, but there are lots of free streaming services that you can use instead if you aren't interested in paying. Do I think that DirecTV Stream will add the G4 network? That's a good question. So right now it's available on Philo and YouTube TV. I think that they will absolutely try to get it on more streaming services, yes. But no word on that just yet. There's also a free version of it that's a little different. It's like a curated channel over on Pluto TV if you are not interested in a paid service. When is Discovery and Warner Media? I'm assuming you're talking about the merger. When is that happening? They said as soon as this week, but we have not gotten an exact date yet. So we are just hanging out and waiting for a definite answer on that. But yeah, they said as early as this week. I'm not sure if that will actually happen this week, but they have done some shifting around with their staffing lately, kind of in anticipation of that. So we will hear soon. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, I saw a couple of you over on Twitter talking about some pretty serious weather where you are, so I hope everyone is staying safe tonight. NYC says, speaking of Hulu, Hulu announced that the Tom Brady ESPN Plus series will be streaming on both Hulu and Disney Plus. I can definitely see Hulu and Disney sharing content until Comcast sells its share. Yeah, I saw that too. Really interesting that they are putting it on all of the services, especially because they're trying to get people to bundle those services one way or another. So interesting that they're putting it across the board. Maybe they just really want to make sure they're getting as many eyes on that as possible. So interesting. Am I walking to the baseball game tomorrow? The game tomorrow is not in Cleveland, so I'm not walking anywhere. I will be at opening day, and yes, I will walk over. Jared says, am I going to have to get another service when they merge? No, not right away at least. So when they merge, they have said that they're going to keep the two services separate to begin with, and they are going to come up with some kind of bundle deal for the two of them, but they will stay separate in the beginning, and then the plan is eventually to either put them both on one service or create an all-new service and put everything there. So at some point you might have to get another subscription, but I think if that happens, it would be like Discovery and HBO Max both being eliminated to create that new one, or it could be Discovery Plus content moving over to HBO Max, or vice versa. NYC says, Disney knows that Hulu's future is live TV, so it's best to boost live TV. Yeah, completely agree. I feel like we have the same conversation every week, but, oops, one second here. But yeah, I think that's exactly what they're doing. They know that there is a place for a live TV streaming service. They want to stay competitive. Obviously, Hulu is a very popular live TV streaming service, and they probably don't want to give that up. So I think that they will keep Hulu, keep live TV over there, and keep some on-demand stuff over at Disney. Man, excuse me. So I think the question was, will they keep putting stuff on Hulu as well, or will they focus only on Disney? And I think we're kind of seeing their strategy of focusing on Disney. Jesse wants to know how to get notifications of the Q&A every week. It should pop up right on our channel. It should always be the first thing on there once we start. But you can also click on, is there a bell that you click on for notifications? Can someone help me? I am not very YouTube savvy, as we all know. I think, yeah, if you click on notifications, you can set it to alert you every time I'm here. All right, G-Money says, due to the flexibility of streaming services, I took advantage of that by canceling Apple TV Plus until the shows I watch come back. Yeah, absolutely. That's advice I try to give all the time. If there is a show that you really like on a service, great, sign up for it. When you're done watching that show, pause your subscription, cancel it for a while, try something else, and come back later. And I'm always telling people to wait until the end of a season and binge watch something so that you only have to subscribe for that month or two, maybe. So yeah, fully support that. I do the exact same thing. If there's something I really like on Paramount Plus, I think I mentioned last week that I signed up for that to watch some NFL games. And then once the season was over, I can put that account on hold. Oh, okay, that's why I wasn't seeing it on the screen. Albert says there's a bell next to where you hit the subscribe button when you're subscribing to our channel, which if you haven't already, please do. I feel like I can't talk tonight. This happened earlier today too. I was in a meeting and none of my words were coming out right. I feel like I need more sleep. Will Philip do a video of the new Plex features? I think so. We were just talking about that as I was getting that post ready to go out. He is super interested in Plex and I think would love to do a video if he gets time for it. especially if that's something you guys would be interested in. Let us know. Okay. Yeah, bad weather everywhere. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just rainy up here. Hmm. Howard wants to know, he says people aren't doing as many TV tutorials anymore. Is there a reason? I'm not sure what you mean by TV tutorials. Do you mean our cord cutting videos? I would say that time is a factor. Philip really does all of that work himself. So just not a ton of time to do a lot of in-depth videos. But I'm not sure what you mean by TV tutorials, so let me know. Yeah, Chris, thank you for that reminder. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoy these videos, if you find them fun, if you like coming and chatting with all of us on Wednesday nights, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Aaron says YouTube TV added some really strange choices for channels, including G4. I would think that they would need to add more classic TV, which would include game show channels like Buzzer. So the reason that some of those channels might look a little random, I think G4 is a popular one. I was not surprised by that. The reason for some of these other ones is that they were all packaged with the Weather Channel. Those were all sold under Allen Media Group, who owns that whole slate of channels. So it came as a package deal, and I think YouTube TV really wanted the Weather Channel. It's something that subscribers ask for all the time, so that's why those other channels popped up too. Fubo TV tutorial and random videos. If you're talking about videos on cord cutters, it's really just a resource thing. Like I said, Philip is doing all of these videos himself, and it's a ton of work. So he has a long list of things that he would like to do, but there's just not time to get to all of them. But if you ever want to see a video on cord cutters news, leave a comment on one of our videos, or you can always send us a message over on Twitter. Philip and I are both on Twitter if you ever want to send us a message. G-Money says there are some great shows on the Weather Channel. I don't know that I've ever seen any of them, but I've heard the same thing. And whenever they send out press releases, they always talk about all of this programming. So maybe I'll have to finally check it out. Jesse says, after this year, I'm dropping DirecTV satellite and subscribing to Philo. I think that's a great choice. And if you're looking for your local channels, definitely use an antenna if you're not already. DMS says, I'm old enough to remember Byron Allen from the show Real People, and now he's a media mogul. Yeah, it makes me laugh every time. I'm like, oh, that's a familiar face showing up on this press release. Oh, we have someone who is not a fan of the Weather Channel, and that's fair enough. They also have the Fox Weather Channel, if that's something that you're into. Just different things for different people. So they are trying to make all of their subscribers happy, and of course, not everyone's going to be interested in the same channels. I really can't talk tonight. My gosh. Maybe it's a good thing we're cutting this short tonight because, whew, I'm having a rough time. All right, let's see what else has been going on in the news this week. Let me just scroll through our posts here. Oh, here's a good one from late this afternoon. Let me stick this one in the chat. If you have ever been a Sling TV subscriber and you have left to sign up for something else or just to drop live TV for a while, starting today, you can sign up and get a nice little discount. I know something that we've had some complaints about is that whenever these streaming services do a discount, it's always for new subscribers, but this one is for returning subscribers specifically. So check that out if you are interested in getting your Sling subscription back. Did I hit my head today? I did not. Maybe I just haven't gotten enough sleep. I swear I can't get any of my words out right today. It's killing me. Tyler says, I bet Philo can add TBS channels while AT&T merges with Discovery. I'm not sure what that merger would have to do with it. Philo's great though. It is inexpensive for what you get. Let me see how many channels they have now. Do they even say? Probably not. 60 plus for $25 a month. Highlights include AMC, you get the Hallmark channels, which I know a lot of you like, the Lifetime channels, Lifetime Movie Network, MTV, CMT, VH1, and then you get like Animal Planet, you get the Travel Channel, and then HGTV, Food Network, some good lifestyle stuff, lots of kids channels like Nickelodeon, and then lots of other stuff too. They have that G4 channel. Also, the History channel, I know is one that a lot of you are into. So definitely worth checking out if you don't care so much about getting local channels or sports. Jeff says the bad thing about Sling is no locals. Agreed, but same thing as Philo. They recommend using an antenna to get those local channels. Jesse, I don't know about this device that you're talking about specifically, but I would say a warning, kind of just a blanket warning. If you are seeing streaming devices that are advertising all of the content you could ever possibly want, all for free, it is a little shady, and I would say buyer beware. Some of these companies I would not recommend giving your credit card information to, and you never know what all is on these devices that come preloaded with all of this stuff, so just be aware. They aren't always on the up and up. Howard says, oh, this is gonna make me jealous. Love my antenna. I get 74 channels. My gosh, that's amazing. Congratulations to you on all of your channels. Texas Rangers fan says nothing is totally free. I think that is a good way to put it. You are probably giving them something else, like your information. Yeah, G Money just said Luke's favorite phrase of all time. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Absolutely. Yeah, Roku channel just added a ton of new content. Actually, let me see if I can find that one for you too. We'll see here. They just added, I think it was 16 new channels to the Roku channel. Yeah, here it is. Perfect. Love it when things work out the way I want. Put that in the chat for you. They just added 16 new channels, and there are some really good ones. I noticed on there that there was some classic TV. There's the Dick Van Dyke Show, Filmerized British TV that has stuff like Doc Martin and Coronation Street, a couple of new kids channels. Oh, Cinevault Classics was the other one. It says Hitch a Ride Back to the Old West with feature films from Columbia Pictures. Some anime stuff, so just a really good variety of new stuff on the Roku channel. Jordan, if I missed your message, please ask again. I don't think I saw any. I may have missed them though. Norm is getting 36 channels with an antenna in Mississippi. Even that's like 3 times more than I'm getting. I'm jealous. G Money says Roku channel has been on fire lately along with Pluto. Yeah, completely agree. Between all of the free streaming services, gosh, Roku channel and Pluto are really killing it. They are adding so much content all the time, so love to see it. I did notice that Philo just added some stuff too, so I'll get a post up about that for you tomorrow, but some new channels over there too. Did I say Philo? I meant Plex. They're on Plex, sorry. Michael Saves, hey, says keep checking Roku OS. Keep checking for the new Roku OS update like a crazy person. I'm ready for the screensavers. Yeah, same. And of course, every time that Roku has an update, they say that it's rolling out slowly. So we don't know exactly how long it's going to take. Hopefully it's days and not weeks, but it is coming. Oh, CJ says Crackle has been adding a lot of new content too. That's a true story. I posted on Twitter the other day that Crackle had added a bunch of classic TV. So again, I know a lot of you are classic TV fans, so I always keep an eye out for those new channels and titles. So definitely check out Crackle if you are looking for the classics. Man, now you're all trying to make me jealous with all of your antenna channels. 35 for Chris. Man, I can't even get CBS. Me TV Plus changed stations. No, I did not notice that. Oh, Tubi is adding stuff too? I haven't noticed. Interesting. Texas Rangers fan is asking about my favorite subject of all time, Wordle. I'm doing well. I did miss one day. It was one of those very tricky ones where it could be anything, like it was S blank ALE or something. So there were like 100 options of what word it could be, and I did miss that one. That's okay. I broke my streak. Not a big deal. I'm totally over it. It's fine. Not really. Will the Seattle Mariners be on Peacock? Yes, I believe, and I just posted about this a couple hours ago. Let me grab this post for you too. Okay, we'll put that in the chat. So Peacock is going to be the exclusive home to 18 Sunday morning MLB games. And they have a whole list that is not formatted very well. I'll fix that later. But you want to know about Seattle specifically. Oh, it looks like maybe there aren't any Mariners games. Interesting. Lots of others though, and I put the full schedule on there, so definitely check that out to see which games will be exclusively on Peacock. All right, Ken says I'm getting one channel with an antenna. Oh my gosh. Oh, but it's the one you wanted. Well then, perfect. Wow, that's even worse than me. I think I get 11 or 12, depending on how the weather's doing that day. Oh, G-Money hasn't heard about Wordle but hasn't played it yet. It's just a silly word game. I love it. I love word games. I would say check it out, but beware, it's a bit addicting. You will want to play it every single morning, first thing in the morning. Chris says, I think sometime after the 11th of April, Hulu is finally adding unlimited DVR. Yes, that is happening on April 13th. So all subscribers, existing subscribers, new subscribers, everybody is getting unlimited DVR with the Hulu with live TV plan, which I'm very happy about. I know they're very excited. I know a lot of you are very excited. Great news all around. Oh, okay, so some of you are only getting like less than 10 channels with your antenna, so I feel a little better. We can all commiserate with each other. Oh, Jesse wants to know if anyone's been having trouble with Paramount Plus. It's been acting slow. I noticed, I've been watching Big Brother Australia because I love Big Brother, and the ones from other countries, really good. Anyway, I have been watching that on Paramount Plus, and I noticed yesterday that it kept booting me out of the show and taking me back to the home screen. So definitely not just you. Mine has not been acting slow, it's just been kicking me out of my shows. So I'm not sure what the deal is. All right, let's see. Yeah, agreed. It is a game changer for Hulu with Live to get that unlimited DVR. I think that's going to make them much more competitive. G-Money says the show Evil is coming back in June. Nice. Yeah, I see a few more of you saying that you're having the same problem with Paramount Plus, kicking you out of shows. Not sure what's going on with that. I'll try to reach out to them and ask if that's like a known issue or if they have suggestions for us. Daniel, not a fan of Hulu. That's okay, there are plenty of other options. Let me see here. Let me scroll up and see what I missed. CJ's not getting any channels with an antenna. I'm so sorry to hear that. Jared says if Hulu was cheap enough, I would grab my Paramount Plus. Has done that to me today. Yeah, Hulu is a little expensive. All the live TV streaming services are expensive, and I feel like we talk about this all the time too. Nope, hang on. Okay. The prices keep going up, and it's because the cost to carry these channels keep going up too. So we're going to keep seeing those prices rise. But keep in mind that the price of cable is also going up. It's not just a streaming issue, it is across the board. So it's not like you could cancel that, go back to cable, and start saving money. The prices are going up over there too. So I would recommend looking at some of these affordable services like Sling or Philo. Definitely use an antenna if you can in your area to get those live local channels. Friendly TV, yeah, is another good option if you're looking for like Hallmark Channel, weather channels on there too. So there are some options where you can sort of pick and choose what to subscribe to depending on what channels you need. But agreed, the live TV streaming services are getting very expensive. They all start around $70 now. So if you have it in your budget, great. If not, there are other ways to get your channels. Yeah, Daniel says streaming is costly. It is, absolutely, but it doesn't have to be. So you do have lots of free streaming services. If you are just looking for content in general, free streaming is the way to go. Like I said, antennas are a great option, and then there are some affordable channels or affordable services as well. Yeah, and then Norm says that he is using Hulu Video on Demand. Yeah, so if you don't need to be watching things in real time, which I know is hard for sports fans, but if you just like watching things like primetime TV, but you don't care about watching in real time, then on demand is a great option and cheaper. Yeah, Chris is checking for that Roku update too. Same. Yeah, Joel is having the problem with Paramount Plus too and says that he had to restart the app. Yeah, I've heard people say too to delete the app and then re-download it, so I might try that too. But yes, I will reach out to Paramount and ask them if they know about this or if they have any suggestions. Okay, I have time for just a couple more questions. Like I said, I do have to wrap things up a little early tonight, so if you have a question, ask now. Chris says I'm lucky to get 4 channels, and it's not the 4 channels I want. Yeah, I was having that problem too. I would be happy if I got ABC, NBC, and CBS, but CBS was the one that I don't get. So luckily there's Paramount Plus. Just wish it would stop booting me out of my television shows. Dan wants to know if you're in Canada, what can you choose from? Yeah, unfortunately, because we are US based, all of our content is also US based. So if there's anyone else in Canada that has suggestions, leave it in the chat or leave it in the comments if you're watching this video later. And I mentioned this last week, I am looking into what the options are in Canada because I've had a couple of people ask in the last couple weeks. So I'm working on it. I will have a post ready for you soon. And I will, if you want to reach out to me on Twitter, I'm at Jess Types over there. You can nudge me to remind me to get that post together and I can send it to you when it's ready. Someone's saying there are things moving behind me. Nice try, guys. You can't get me with that anymore. I need to sage the apartment or something, make sure there's no ghosts. You guys have me freaked out every time. Brett says, love the annual price for streaming services I use frequently. Yeah, that's another good way to save money. A lot of times you can get a little discount if you sign up for a full year instead of going month to month, although that takes away some of the flexibility too. One of the things I like about streaming is that you can pause or cancel a subscription and move to a different one for a while, so keep that in mind. What are my thoughts on Plex adding the Discover feature? I think that was a great move. I think it's a great fit for Plex. They want to be your one-stop shop for finding content, launching it from the app, keeping track of your watch list, just kind of keeping everything organized, and I think that was a great move. Judy says, my friend works at a cable company and says you would not believe how much these companies want for those channels. It's a lot. Yeah, and we hear that all the time, that prices are going up, so streaming services have to find the balance between getting those channels, but then also having a price hike for their subscribers versus losing those channels and being a little less competitive. So yeah, it's rough out there. People want a lot of money for these things. Yeah, someone asked about YouTube TV too. So, yeah, YouTube TV did add a few new channels today, including the Weather Channel and G4. So if you are a YouTube TV subscriber, look for those. Also keep in mind that if you have a customized channel list that you're using, you'll have to go in and manually add those channels to your list. So if they don't show up automatically, that's why. Yeah, Ghosts is a great show. We've talked about this one before. I know you all know that I'm not a fan of Ghosts, but the TV show on CBS, great. I love it. How often do I keep up with Disney Plus? Yeah, the What's on Disney Plus podcast is excellent. The website is excellent. They are obviously very focused on Disney Plus, so they're catching a lot more of that news, and they are doing a great job. I'm a fan. All right, guys, I am going to have to wrap it up here. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me. I'm sorry to have to do a short Q&A tonight, but thanks so much for coming and asking some questions and taking some time to chat with me, even if I can't get my words out right. I will try to be back here again next week and get back to my regular schedule. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all again next